Peace and assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's me, Muntahana. Hey, so I'm just running around, running errands. I'm gonna just chit chat because I ain't got nothing better to do. Y'all my only friends. Just joking. So, oh God, I'm out here trying to find some more, what do you call it? Chicken wire, or like the fencing, because this damn groundhog is still eating up my food. I'm so mad. I planted 6 different, I'm just going right into it. I planted 6 zucchini plants, 6 of them joints, 6. And I was like, this is too many, but I couldn't get rid of them. I accidentally bought that many. I couldn't get rid of any, so I had to go on ahead and plant everything. I've gotten 2 zucchinis. I planted, I think, 3 yellow squash, 2 green squash, and only got 2 zucchinis. This damn thing been eating all my stuff. I put the wildlife netting over. I had 2 squash that I planted in big old containers, and a cucumber. The sucker was eating up all the leaves off of them, especially the cucumbers. So I put the wildlife netting over them because I watched Martha Stewart, and she suggested somebody put wildlife netting over her trees because the squirrels were getting on her trees and eating the apples or whatever they were. So I'm like, I can try that. It actually worked, but because of the way I had to tack the netting down, because otherwise they still could have gotten underneath, they started to flourish leaves wise, but then the growth was stunted because of the netting. So those joints are done. Things are not working out for me this year with my garden, not really. And then also, it took a really long time for anything to really start, like fruiting or anything. My tomatoes took forever, just foliage all over the place, but no fruit. I finally went out and pruned them about, a few weeks ago, and then I guess perhaps that, coupled with just God or whatever whatever you want to call it, got them to start growing. So now the tomatoes have been coming in really well. The watermelon, finally, it took weeks, like a couple of months, for the watermelon plants that I put in the ground, I transplanted, for them to even start growing at all, like just the plants. But now they're like all over the place, and they actually started, they also were not fruiting, but vines all over the place. So now there are some fruit on there. Like the flowers will come and everything. Even with the squash, the flowers will bloom, but no fruit. So the watermelon are coming now. The groundhog also ate up all my daggone collard greens. So once I caged in my raised beds, and it was also ate up my daggone echinacea. Oh my goodness. So I fenced those things in, and they started coming back, alhamdulillah. So the collards are looking good. I have 2 collards in pots because I just ran out of space. And so they are actually looking good now. And the other day I'd made cages for them out of chicken wire, and so they were actually, the cages had gotten too small, so I had to take those out and do 2 bigger ones. My 3 sisters garden was nice. It's like a buzz. The corn is doing pretty well. They're like nice and tall. They have corn on the stalks and everything, so I'm praying a lot they really they come through for me. And I think they are the I don't know, I think they're the red corn that I got from the reservation. I think so, because the silk on the corn is red. It's so pretty. So I'm thinking that might be what I put in there. I'm not sure. But again, the squash did not do well. And I also had that garden, or that spot in the bed covered, or like not covered but surrounded with wildlife netting. And that was difficult because then I couldn't get inside to like prune or anything, because I ended up pruning some of the other squash in the other raised bed, because child, those leaves just get all kind of crazy, and it was like pushing the fencing out and everything. So, but I couldn't do that with the three sisters. And also the beans had started to grow and everything, but they would not like they would not train up the corn stalk. I don't know why. So it would just be like all over the ground, and they never again foliage. But anyway, I am trying to find some 2 by 25 foot chicken wire, which is expensive, child. Well, this one I just saw at Home Depot, but they were out of it. It would have been like $30 and some change. They had the 4 foot by 25 foot, but I don't really need 4 feet. I mean, they had 4 foot and 3 foot, and that's too tall. I wouldn't be able to just climb over it and weed and that kind of thing. So I don't really need all that. But that was like $47, $48. I don't need all that. And then they don't have the steaks that I need. So I'm going to Lowe's now, and hopefully they have it, because I need to get some stuff done before I have to go to sleep. I'm working third shift tonight, and I'm exhausted already. But with all this, I see what I need to do. So I'm going to sort of revamp the garden in a way for next year. I'm actually hoping that I can get a nice fall garden going. And because today is August 7th. So this is about the time you start, getting it in for your fall garden. So hopefully I can get some. I didn't put out any lettuce this summer. Just different things. One of my ponds, and I didn't even put out the fountain. I totally forgot to put the fountain out. So I'm thinking that the one pond I'm probably going to get rid of, because I have a raised bed on the left, then the little area where the pond is, and then a raised bed on the right, and then next to that is the Three Sisters garden. I might even enclose that area, but have the Three Sisters this year and make it like a raised bed. Maybe that might be more efficient. I have to think about it. And then I have near that another bed, which is where the watermelon is, and another squash that didn't do anything. It flowers, it blooms, but it doesn't fruit. So I'm thinking where the pond is, put another raised bed right there, because I used to have that entire area as a garden, but it was just like too much, and like all the weeding and everything. It was just a lot, because I'm the only one who does anything out there. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to and I might just do a whole like only tomato bed or something like that. And then maybe, because tomatoes can get really, and I always prune my tomato plants, but long after they just get all crazy, because I just like seeing all that. I don't know, it looks like something is really going on there. But you know, tomatoes, they're like bushes. So I don't know why I did this. I was just desperate trying to find places to put all this the collard greens that I bought, because they had a 6-pack, and so you had to get the whole thing. And so I put 3 tomato plants, 2 squash, 2 peppers, and a collard green in the same bed, which was not good, because between the darn squash and the tomatoes, it was just not giving, the sun and everything just was not getting to the collard green. The collard green, child, that little baby just there. It didn't die. Collard greens are quite resilient. But I'm thinking once I get those squash plants out of there for the fall, they'll probably start to prosper, start to grow and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna have to reconfigure all that stuff. And where the strawberry patch is, I think I'm gonna just, I don't want to, because I'm a little bit attached to the strawberries, because they've been there since I got the house. I think the first summer I was there, I put them in. But I think I'm gonna have to get those on out of there, because they're not doing anything. They hardly ever fruit. When they do, they're like little strawberries, and they're not plentiful at all. So I'll probably get those out of there. Perhaps I will relocate them or something, or put them in. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to throw them away, because that's wasteful for one. And like I said, I'm kind of attached to them. But so those where I have the 2 strawberry patches, I'll put something else there. I might even put a banana plant there, because the banana plant I have is already grown 1 pup, and I think another one is growing now. So that means if I can get them out of there appropriately without killing any of them, then I'll have 3 whole banana plants. And so I pray a lot I do this right this time, because I done lost 2 banana plants in the past because I didn't get them out of there in time. It's a lot of work cutting that sucker down and relocating to the house and all that, or either just winterizing it. I haven't decided yet if I'm just gonna winterize it outside or take them inside. So I'm gonna have to take those out, or winterize them. Like I said, I'm gonna have to winterize the lemon and lime plants. They look like they're trying to grow a little bit, but again, nothing much. I'm gonna have to dig up the canna lilies and put them in the house. Now some lilies you can keep outside, because I have 2 lilies that I've had for probably the past 4 years, and I don't take them out because I'm a lazy gardener. Sad to say, but it's true. I'm gonna be real about it. And they come back every year, so I need to take them out, and put them down in the basement, like wrap them or whatever I need to do, winterize them, put them in the basement. What else I was gonna say? Oh, that other side of the fence I never got to this year, so I still need to do that. I need to relocate a couple of the perennials that I have and put those suckers on out there. I really need to put them out there now during the summer. Oh God, I got so much to do. But nonetheless, I'm stoked that I even have a garden and that I was able to bring this one back this year, because it was atrocious. And so absolutely I see where my blessings are, so that's cool. But yeah, I didn't plan on talking all about gardening, only about gardening, but I did, so there you have it. And I'm gonna run on in here in Lowe's and see if I can find this sucker, what I need, and get home, because I'm so sleepy and I don't know how I'm gonna stay up at work. I don't normally do 3rd shifts, but yeah, the biggest problem with 3rd shift is trying to stay awake. Sorry everybody, peace and wish me luck.